Hello y'all, welcome back to How to Medicate. I'm your host, Mr. Cronic. Now if you remember last time, I showed you how to load a bowl. A nice, smooth, burning bowl. This time, I'm going to show you how to clean your pipes using the method that I've come up with over the years to keep you the cleanest and to clean the pipes the easiest. Let's get started. Alright y'all, so there's a couple things we're going to need to clean our pipes, and the first thing is a well-used pipe. Right, and this is my favorite pipe, and it's in need of a good cleaning, I'll tell you that much. And how I can tell that is mainly by the way the weed tastes. If you're loading your bowls and the first couple hits aren't tasting good anymore, it's time to clean your pipes. I normally clean them every 2 weeks. I've let this one slip. It's been about 3 or 4 weeks for this, so it's been time for a cleaning for quite a while. So in order to do that, I use a plastic bag, and I have to use a big one for this because it's a big pipe. Use a smaller bag for smaller pipes if you need to. We don't use the whole bag or anything. We just use the corners. Paper towels, easy to wipe it off. I just use a couple. It doesn't take a lot because we also finish the process over a sink, so it takes a lot of the mess out of it. I also use pipe cleaners. You get these in any store, arts and crafts section most of the time. They really help get in the crevices and clean the pipes thoroughly when we're at the end of this process. And then rubber gloves are a necessity, alright? Like, you don't want your hands smelling like your pipe does, and that resin will stay on your hands for a long time. So just guard against it and use rubber gloves. Alright, my key ingredient is rubbing alcohol. It normally just does the work for you. So that's everything I got, and that's everything I use. We're going to start this process in just a second. Alright, now that we got everything we need, we'll move on to step 1 in this process. And it's really pretty simple. Open the bag, put the pipe in the bag, you put the alcohol over the pipe. So in this process, you're only going to need these first 3 items. The rest will be used when we get to the sink. So I always use just a corner of the bag so I don't have to fill it up all the way, because that takes a lot of alcohol, obviously. So you get it so the bowl's going to be covered, and the bottom of the pipe, and that's not quite enough. Alright, this is going to do it. You can see right there, it works out. I mean, there's a little bit missing there, but at the end I put it in the cushion, and it squishes it a little bit, and it'll raise that alcohol up a little bit more. So, squish the air out. I start like that, run it through a few times. Okay, and then as you can see, it'll set right in that alcohol, and I put it in between my cushions, and it'll just set it like that and keep it in the alcohol, and I set it for about 12 to 24 hours, and in that time the alcohol pretty much strips off all the resin that's on the pipe. So I stick it in this cushion right here, and here I have a pipe that I was cleaning earlier today for this, that's been soaking for about 12 hours, and as you can see, the alcohol is pretty much straight black. The pipe's already really clean in there. So I'm going to meet you at the sink here in a second, and we will finish up this process by cleaning the pipe and drying the pipe. Alright, so for the last step in this process, we'll be using the rubber gloves, the paper towels, and the pipe cleaners. Alright? And again, you're always going to want those rubber gloves because the stink of the resin will stay on your hands for days. So at the final process, I give the pipe a good shake. Normally let it wash through a couple times. I start running the water because I want a constant flow of water, because you really don't want the resin to have an opportunity to stick back to the pipe. And I found with running water, it helps get the resin off the pipe quicker and away from your hands also. So alright, the pipe looks pretty clean already. And now I'm going to use the pipe cleaner, and I normally double that up, make it a little stronger. I'll kink it to give it a little bit of a hook, and then I just start cleaning the edges. And like I said, the alcohol did a great job already. It's pretty clean. There'll be just a few spots you'll need to get. A couple in there. Again, you can bend these to however you want them to be. Get the best angle. Clean your pipe. There's a little bit right there. Alright. And then I run it through, make sure to get all the chunks out. It's looking real good, man. I mean, you can see that it's pretty much crystal clear. Like the first day I bought it. A little more. Alright, so then at this point you're trying to clean your fingers off of all the resin because you don't want any resin sticking on the pipe. Use the water to run all the resin off. Stick the pipe close to right under the water. Okay? I take my gloves off at this point because there's no more resin to be touched, and you don't want any resin from your gloves to be transferred onto the pipe when we are finished. Alright? And I take the paper towel and simply just dry the pipe. The bowl cleaned up really nicely, real easy. And as you can see, that's a real clean pipe. I can't wait to smoke out of this. Alright, well, I'm your host, Mr. Cronic, and for How to Medicate, I want to thank you all for stopping by. Can't wait till next time. Until then, have a great day and happy medication.